name's Sean Connors, this is Outsiders and welcome to DM's Tips 2. Today I'm talking about dice. I've got a couple of examples of dice here and why they are the DM's best friend. Now, a lot of people will, as I said before in my DM's Tips 1 programme, they will roll those dice most of the time as a referee behind the screen, and that's their choice, that's what they do. I don't, I tend to roll dice openly. A player once asked me very recently, why do I do this? Well, for two reasons. The first one is actually that it creates a situation where players see what you have rolled. There is no fudging it. One thing I found years ago when I was rolling dice behind the screen, which we didn't talk about in the first programme, was that you find that it's very easy. Once you roll the dice, you think, oh, right, I've got a 20, great, it's a definite hit, brilliant, you call it, lovely. And then you roll another one, and you think, should I call that as well? And then you roll another one. And the problem is it's very easy to start not doing it because you think no one's going to believe me. So I realised a long, long time ago that it was actually better for me to roll them open. I'm a referee, I sort of understand myself, and I know myself, I'm very streaky, my players will tell you this. There are times where I go very hot, and when I go very hot, it's incredible. And there are other times when I go very cold, equally the same is true. So it's better that I personally roll them open. And the player then challenged me recently and said, along with those, what I've already said about it, he then said, yeah, well, you can't fudge the rolls, can you? Well, that's not strictly true, you see. That's often the thing that's paralleled at a referee that uses the dice openly. The truth of the matter is, as soon as I've rolled a dice, no one knows what the bonus is on top of it. A good player might be able to start working it out. But, you know, occasionally it's worth, thinking about dropping it or raising it as a referee, depending on what you see fit. Remember, it is your game. Yeah, we talked about D&D in the previous game, how, the rules, very rule dependent and everything else. There is an air of mystery still to it. Even by rolling the dice open, players don't know the bonus on top of what you're rolling. So you still have control. So that's why I still believe rolling the dice open does definitely do something that most people don't think about. And I'll tell you the other thing it does for you as a referee, from one referee to another. It puts the fear of God in the players. It actually makes them appreciate that, they've done well tonight, or they didn't. And I know the game isn't all about the dice, but, it does send the fear of God into them, that every combat then suddenly is far more important. Everything they do is very much more dependent on what happens next, and it really focuses their minds by that one change in the way that you do it. So if you want my advice, I would start doing it. And I think you'll find as well a lot of good games are actually moving more towards it anyway. So this has been DM's Tips. I'm Sean Connors, creator of The Outsiders. Happy gaming to you, and see you next time. Thank you.